Actually, it was my brother's idea, who is the drummer. We created the band about 2.5, 3 years ago, and it was starting out to be just a complete cover band. This is before we actually got Dylan, and we were thinking of names, and he was like, "What about Clinical Trial?" And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "But we changed the C to a K." So when we tell people, that have never heard us before, if you look up Clinical Trial, you gotta look it up with a K and not a C. We do a bunch of different kind of songs. We do covers, we do originals. Our originals are more along like the hard rock, new metal, kind of a feel. And then our covers is like a vast array of them. I mean, we go from, Stevie Wonder to Slipknot, kind of a thing. So we can cover pretty much any area.
I would say probably a versatile amount of covers and the originals that we do. We do like different, it's kind of clinicalized, like, songs for our originals, but there could be a mix between hard rock and metal in general. The same thing with our covers as well. Plus our covers are a little different compared to what majority of cover bands go out and play.
I think the vast array of covers, or the vast array of types of music that we throw into. We got a little funk, a little metal, a little new metal, a little hard rock, a little metalcore, just kind of all jumbled into one. I think it makes our sound unique.
You would have to come check us out live and just feel the energy that we all put off.
That's a hard one, because all the songs that we play I like, and that's why we play them out. My least favorite one? I don't have one.
That is a tough one. I would say probably there's a couple of them when we're doing 4-hour sets that are like in the first or second set that I can kind of care less to play.
That's a tough one. All of our originals I enjoy. Might be a couple of covers that are kind of a little bit on the boring side, but played outside, but can't really think of their names, but you probably know who they are, what they are.
I don't really have one. I think that everything we do is, we get dancers on the dance floor when we're doing our 4-hour sets of what we're doing, and we get, I don't know. I don't think I have, I'm willing to play any song that'll pat the dance floor, whether it's, I don't care what genre it is, if it packs the dance, I'm willing to play it. So I don't think there is a least favorite that I have.
Oh my goodness. There is actually a ton of them that we would love to, do stuff with. The One Divided out of Cadillac. We have Venom of Virtue, who is more, over on this side. These guys are our friends too. Another band that is really amazing and is also female fronted is Forge the Sun. And they're from out of Detroit, Michigan. And that's another, local people we would like to do with. If you're thinking like local to our area in Muskegon, Kill Tomorrow.
I would say probably Kill Tomorrow, but Hold the Blood if they get back to playing live again. Band One Divided is another one that we like to collaborate with as well.
Kill Tomorrow, definitely local band. With Hold the Blood, if they ever got out and going, that would be another good band. There's so many around town, around Grand Rapids, around Michigan. We don't want to count Michigan as local, Microvale would be a good one, but
Definitely Kill Tomorrow out of Muskegon. Possibly Colt Snuffer out of Muskegon, maybe a little bit different style, but I think we could do something good with that. The One Divided out of Reed City, Cadillac area. There's a lot of good bands, that I can keep going on and on, but those are, probably the 3 biggest ones.
That would be the drummer, Adam, because he plays his drums. He also has a pad that he uses. He also does singing and growling and, everything. If you want to say the most guitars or basses, that would be Dylan with his 6 different guitars.
I would say it's a toss-up between Mika and Adam. Because when I go and play, I got 6 or 7 guitars I have to practice spot. So let's say it's a toss-up between the both of us. He's got, all of his drums, but he's got his keyboard he uses from time to time too.
Probably me. Play the drums, play the keyboards occasionally. I have played a little bit of bass back in the day, but yeah, you count vast numbers of instruments, I got a lot more.
Individual, I think Adam would have it, because Adam is a drummer, plays a keyboard player, plays bass. He's got a little bitty acoustic little drum thing that he does all kinds of really cool stuff on. He kind of had that over at the beginning, so ooh, wow, so yeah, I'd say that goes to Adam.
Actually, my favorite show was when we played Rebel Road last year, and we opened up for Josie Scott. And, halfway through our sets, we see the side eyes and, they're watching us perform and getting ready. And next thing you know, we get off stage and they are just in awe of, what we were doing. And we were talking with them all backstage, really cool dudes and, really down to earth. And they even bought one of our t-shirts.
Rebel Road, definitely. Opening up for Josie Scott. Yeah, and of course, as soon as I'm trying to hurry up and get my stuff off the stage, there he is just kind of standing back there, and he was just the most down-to-earth dude that will talk to you.
Definitely Rebel Road opening up for Josie Scott. Just seeing that crowd of people just jumping up and down and dancing and singing along with your songs, it's a good feeling.
Rebel Road with Josie Scott. That was, the whole time. That's we're still high off of that one.
Probably Mike. Bass players are always the angriest. But that's what makes them great.
All of us as an equal. We all can get pretty angry in our own ways. So but I can't really say who's the angriest. I would say we're all in our own little ways, depending.
Probably Dylan. Gets a little frustrated sometimes.
I would say it'd probably be a toss-up between me and Dylan. Jen and Adam, they have a way of just keeping cool and, and just even flow. And me, I'm more of the excited one. I go from 0 to 60 pretty quick.
Well, me, of course. No, but probably actually that is a toss-up between Mike and Dylan, because they both got pretty bluish silver eyes.
I would say Jenny.
Me, of course.
Jen.
Oh, well, besides, the Rebel Road show that we played in opening up for Josie Scott, we actually played at the Token Lounge and we opened up for Plush. And what was really cool about it is a couple of their band members heard our set. And I didn't realize who they were at first because they weren't in their, show outfits kind of a thing. And they were like, you guys sounded really good. And we're like, thank you, very much. And Plush gets on stage and, halfway through their sets, they start thanking, the people for coming out. And then they're like, we'd like to thank, the local bands. And they're like, first up, Clinical Trial, they screamed it. And out of all the bands that played with them that night, us being the, first ones that they, said kind of a thing, that was a a nice moment.
I would say probably just the whole entire weekend we were hanging out up in Escanaba. I mean, that definitely was an interesting weekend.
We were at a battle of the bands. It was at it was at like an arts and crafts kind of thing. I'm not really sure what it was, but they told us that we have a drum set. You can use our drum set. You don't have to use yours. I was like, all right, cool. Get there. The other bands are using their drum set. I go and look over at the drum set on the stage. It looked like a little first act kids drum set. But put a couple cymbals on there, moved the drums around, did what I did, and we ended up winning.
I would have to agree that would be the battle of the bands, where Adam had to play on a little tiny first act drum kit, because it was funny because we were kidding about it. Oh, they're gonna supply a drum set. Me and Jen and Dylan are like, yeah, it's gonna be a first act, little bitty, Ronco, Kmart, blah, blah, blah. We get there, well, that's what it was, and it was. Adam went from there's no way I could do this, there's no way I could do this, I can't do this, to all of a sudden I can do this, I got this done, and we won. So that was interesting for me to watch that transition.
Definitely the One Divided, Venom of Virtue. We've played with Kill Tomorrow, a bunch of different times too, and we love all those guys. Of course, the national acts, that we played with was, with Plush and Josie Scott, and, we did open for Trapped as well. But, the first two were definitely some of my favorite ones so far.
I like playing with Kill Tomorrow. And I really enjoyed opening up for Plush and Scotty Austin and Tantric.
All the local bands we played with, the Nationals, like I said, Josie Scott, Tantric, Scotty Austin, Plush, Trapped, bunch of good ones.
Oh, Josie Scott, definitely. Trapped, definitely. Plush, Kill Tomorrow, Colt Snuffer, The One Divided, Forge the Sun, Shadow's Reflection.
Boom. Center of attention. Clinical Trial. Do what you love and love what you do.
I like playing with Clinical Trial.
When I was a baby, I actually won a contest for longest eyelashes, so there you go.
Don't be a guitar player. It's very expensive.